Evening, all of you. I enjoyed the live stream this morning, and we're going to go live this evening. And the module for today is the title is training and dieting and fitness for building confidence and overcoming anxiety. And I've made some key notes because I wanted to break these simple steps and tips down, because these are ongoing teachings and steps and experience that I've gained from my own personal life experience, and also from teaching and mentoring and helping clients. This has been an ongoing process that I've really enjoyed. So I want to help more people on this channel, on this community, to build confidence and to lower or overcome anxiety and get into a better place mentally, physically and emotionally. So I made some notes, we'll see. So those of you that have been following me on the recent live streams and the videos, you would know what I've been teaching and talking about and been excited to mentor and help all of you with. Those of you that are new to my YouTube channel, if this is the first time you've come on, my name is Jonathan, and I'm really passionate about helping people. I've been mentoring people now for about 12 years now. So I have a lot of experience mentoring people. I'm still learning, and I've also, if you know my story, I've had all the anxieties that my clients have had. I've definitely had probably all the anxieties that you've got watching this, and I've been able to, continuously overcome my anxieties. And I made a note somewhere today on my phone, separate, and basically I wrote down that, I guess we've all got a purpose in life, or at least we can find one, which is meaningful, and it's honest, it's good, it helps other people, the community. And my purpose, which I realized from quite a young age, and it's still been a continuation, other than obviously the love of my family and my faith as a Christian, as a believer in Jesus, my purpose has been to be brave, to confront my fears and my anxieties. This has been an ongoing thing. It's to do that, gain the confidence and the experience, and then teach and help other people to also do the same. Because I know what it's like to be frightened, I know what it's like to be lonely, and I also know what it's like to have low self-esteem and not have confidence, and to really be struggling in life and not be able to do things. So I understand the pain of that. I've been through that hundreds of times, especially when I was younger. But I also know what it's like to have peace in your life, to have confidence, to have genuine gratitude, and to live a brilliant life, and also to appreciate the simple things. So I've experienced both. So I feel like I can really offer a lot of hopefully value to people, so you'll get better results with your confidence and self-esteem. And that's been a continuation for me, because as a lot of you know, or for those of you that don't, fear and anxiety is such a challenging obstacle. It's even still challenging when you spend years and years overcoming your fears. The fears come back, some of them you overcome them, which is fantastic. Some of them resurface, and we've always got fears. So for me, it's been also about building a better relationship with fear and anxiety, and not being ashamed or afraid of it, and realizing that it's normal. Everyone has fears and anxieties. And a better perspective is, just not making it a bigger deal than it is, and learning to manage it and move forward and live a great life, if that makes sense. And that's something that is really better understood through practice. And that's been a big part of my message, is that, it's still difficult for me to explain the experience, with words on a video or a talk. People have actually really got to face their fears themselves to gain that experience. But obviously this does help to give you the insight, the motivation. Good to see you, Frank. I'm doing great. How are you doing? I just got back from a run today. I had a good day today. I had a 2-hour client session in the morning. I went to the gym after. I did a kind of light to medium session, come home, cooked a healthy meal, and then went out and done an hour run, took a shower, come back, and I'm here. So it's been it couldn't have been a better day today. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that from South Africa. I've always been fascinated with your country. I like the accent. I like the people that I've seen. A friend of mine went to South Africa. He loved it. So appreciate that. How are you getting on, Frank? Let me know. By the way, all of you, let me know how you're getting on. Any questions that you've got. I try and make these live streams as, as if we was in person. Heading home, are you? Right, so I'm gonna teach and talk on my notes, and we'll get questions going and conversation as usual. We do 3 in 1. Okay, so a mentoring session today. This is about training and dieting, fitness for confidence and anxiety. Right, so where do we start? What I've done here, just to give some of you some ideas, because a lot of you have been asking me what is my routine, and I'm going to give you all my routine here. Now, you can copy it if you want, because I don't own the rights to running, boxing training or weight training or swimming. These are things that have been around before we were born, but these are my personal favorite exercises, and I alternate on different days. So I'm going to share something really simple with you, because I made a note here, right? Some side note. So this is what I've learned, well, in the last 40 years from teaching people, and I just want to make a point of saying I've had therapy, mentors, brilliant help, so I've learned a lot. Therapy for anxiety and building confidence is simple. Usually, if it can't be explained straight away, it usually doesn't work very well, and that's because people are trying to come up with things that are from their anxiety. It's too complicated. Simple things work. We're not saying that simple things are easy to do, but they are simple. Simple, practical, and they're proven. They're scientifically proven, and they're also proven by me, a practitioner, and millions of people around the world, and so many good teachers out there who teach in the anxiety therapy, confidence, mentorship space like myself. And you'll get proof of that when you put it into practice. So yeah, fitness and training is the foundation of confidence and good mental health. Again, I already know this is true, but I'm just making a point just to kind of summarize this and explain it. If you go on Google now and you write in how to overcome depression, anxiety, social anxiety, anxiety disorders, agoraphobia, at some point, a doctor will say online, or a therapist, they will definitely say to you, go to the gym and exercise. Exercise has been proven to improve mental health, self-esteem, confidence, lower anxiety. It's a great stress reliever. It works 100%. It works for everyone who's willing to put the time in and the effort and build up their fitness and find a routine that they enjoy. So I've made a note here. The confidence that you gain from training, the confidence that you gain from training and getting fit, it transfers over to all areas of life, such as career, for example, communication skills with people, education, and everything else. So what I mean by that is, if you're a person that suffers of a lot of anxiety and you're struggling with confidence and happiness and self-esteem and depression and self-doubt and overthinking, procrastination, and you're not enjoying your life at the moment and you're struggling with friendships, relationships, all the areas where people struggle in, if you start exercising and going to the gym regularly and you start getting fit, losing some weight, you will be more confident from the training. The confidence that you gain is in yourself. So when you go about your life, that confidence will carry through. So when I was younger and I was struggling with confidence in every area, I struggled in every area. I wasn't confident in life. I wasn't confident in the workplace, with people, with speaking. Every area I struggled in and more. Traveling, education, being around family. I struggled to live. So I took up boxing and I took up bodybuilding with a good friend of mine, and my confidence really started to improve. It took a little bit of time, but I'd say after a couple of months of exercising, I got more confident from going boxing, going down the gym, having that community, and doing the sparring and the training and the running and all the regimen. And also gained a lot of confidence from bodybuilding, from weight training. Then I combined both. I'd go boxing on a Tuesday and a Thursday, and then on the other days I'd work out and do weight training. So I was going to two separate gyms. I was going to the weightlifting gym and the boxing gym, and I had my one of my best friends growing up. We spent a lot of time, so I had a good friend with me that also trained, which is important. And eventually, I didn't know this was going to happen, and it was a great surprise. A lot of the confidence issues that I had, especially with people, with socializing and with life and my career, and getting a girlfriend, eventually I was able to succeed in those areas. And if I hadn't have done training, I wouldn't have had the confidence to get a job and to go on job interviews and learn how to, in an interview, learn how to sell yourself, to get a job, to communicate. I wouldn't have been able to do that. So the confidence that I got from training and being fit gives you confidence. And I remember my dad saying when I was younger, because my dad used to train a lot when I was growing up, and we were talking about fitness, and my dad said to me, it's one of the best feelings in the world when you get physically fit. Obviously that takes some time, but you get to a point where, my dad was right, you're so fit that you get such a high for training. It's like a drug, but a good drug. You get a natural high, and you feel, obviously none of us are invincible, but you feel like, you feel amazing, and you just can't stop training, and it's hard to sit still because you've got so much positive energy and fitness and training. So being fit gives you confidence in all areas of life. And that was true what my dad said, and I confirmed that for myself. Because as I said, I initially didn't have confidence. I always struggled to get work. I was a hard worker and I wanted jobs, but because I had such bad anxiety and social anxiety, I always couldn't handle those situations. So eventually, after boxing for about a year and weight training for 6 months to a year, I just became so much more confident and fearless. And then I was able to get a job. Eventually, I started my own business. And I did public speaking. So I couldn't have done public speaking. I certainly couldn't have got a job, and I certainly couldn't have set my own business up. I'd had no business background. I didn't have money in my account to invest. I had none of that. I had no experience in business whatsoever. But I had intelligence in me growing up as a kid. And the intelligence mostly came from my confidence and experience. And like I said, they built me up at the gym. The trainers really gave me confidence, and boxing was a tough sport. So it was so tough doing boxing that it made areas in life that I used to be very frightened of quite easier. So, and then the confidence continued. So wherever you build confidence, it spreads. It's a beautiful thing. It's exactly like fear in reverse. If you're really frightened, let's say you're like how I used to be. If you're frightened of people, or you're frightened of rejection, or you're just a really frightened person, sensitive of many things like I used to be, that will spread in every area of your life. If you don't get control over it and learn to control your fear and build your confidence, you will be scared to leave the house. I was like this. You'll be scared to learn new things. I was scared of everything. So in a negative way, fear and anxiety can spread everywhere, and then you can just be terrified and trapped, right? But confidence and peace can spread everywhere in a positive way, obviously with real humility, because I just want to make a point of saying, one of my mum's great wisdom, if you're become an arrogant person, then that's not confidence, and that can happen to anyone, obviously, and that's not what we want. So confidence is good, to believe in yourself and have confidence, but to have humility is very important, and there is a difference between the two, and most people know that deep down, right? So yeah, that's why it's so important for people to have a fitness routine. I mean, for anybody, not just people that have got anxiety disorders or are shy. It benefits everyone, but especially people in this community who have we've all come from pretty much the same background. We've suffered with social anxiety or an anxiety disorder in general. So it's really important for us. So that's what I really wanted to explain today. That's an important part, because not everybody knows that, and some people will know it, and I didn't know it obviously until I experienced it and learned it and got the benefits and got, was able to get confidence and change my life. So just a couple of other side notes here. So here's some routines that you can try just to give people an example. And of course, if this is not right for you, find your own routine, right? The principle's the same, and that is exercising and training. So a routine that I do, that I done today, I did running. I went for an hour run in the park, and I cooked a healthy meal at home. If you want to look at meal plans, if you go on my Instagram page, I post up all my meals that I do, all my healthy meals. You can use them. You can go and cook them. They're simple. They're healthy. So a classic good meal plan is salmon with broccoli and sweet potato. Now you can vary it up. You can have no carbs and just have salmon and broccoli. That's really healthy. That's great if you want to make your diet less carbs. Another combination that I have, if you eat chicken, I do, is chicken breast with brown rice and broccoli. So they're just some examples of simple meals. As I said, I want to keep things simple. The more simple, the more better results you're going to get, and the more it's easier to put into practice. And of course, like all things, once you get used to a routine of eating healthy and exercising, you can develop it, you can evolve it. That's the great thing. So the things I'm telling you is a foundation to get you started, and it's something to practice for a long time, but you can add to it. But I think more simple, the simpler, the better. I also incorporate some intermittent fasting. I don't overdo it, but it's good to fast, sometimes not having breakfast in the morning, or going out, having a coffee in the morning, and then not eating till the evening, and then having a couple of meals. But I would say don't overdo that, because people can take things to the extreme. So fasting can be really good in periods, but there's also overdoing it and underdoing it. But intermittent fasting is really good for weight loss, and it does build discipline, strength. Also drinking a lot of water as well, really straightforward, but that works. So just that foundation alone, just what I've shared today, if you just applied that in your life and just started from today or tomorrow, you're going to start gaining more confidence. And as I said, you don't need to do loads of different things to gain confidence. You can eventually, obviously, build up, but I think it's actually better for people to simplify things, because sometimes if I'm sharing my story with all of you, you've got to remember I'm sharing like a 20, 30 year story, or you're watching someone else's story. So these are things that I've done for years and built up. But you want to compare yourself to you and start off, and especially if you're overwhelmed already, the less things to think about, the better. And the main thing is getting you to exercise, getting you into a routine of training. So you can just do one exercise. If you just said to me, all I'm going to do is running, that's fantastic. You don't need anything else. That would be enough. If you said to me, I'm going to start running several times a week, and I'm going to start eating healthy meals as much as I can, that is correct. If someone said to me, I'm going to go and take up boxing training and I'm going to start eating healthier, brilliant. That's all you need. You don't need to do 20, 30, 40 things. Sometimes more is not better. Sometimes more is too much. If some of you said you're just going to take up weight training, you're going to just stick to weights, and you're going to eat healthy, that's brilliant. Another one is, I also love swimming. If you just said weights is not for you, boxing's not for you, running's not for you, you love swimming, fantastic. If you swim regularly and you eat healthy, you're going to gain more confidence. So it's not necessarily about doing more things. It's not necessarily about being obsessive about specific things. It's about applying tried and tested and proven principles. The principles of today are exercising, eating a healthier diet, and we're going to come to friendships, relationships, and community in a second. I will cover that in a module. And if you apply that consistently, your life's going to change. And the confidence and the foundation that you're going to build from exercising and eating healthy is going to spread into every area of your life. So I'm sure a lot of you, you want to excel in your career or your business. You've got goals and dreams. You want friendships. You know, you want to improve your finances. You want to be a better person. You want to break certain addictions. You want to travel. You want to make all these things. All these things will be possible, more possible, if you get the foundation right of exercising and training, and you don't compare yourself to anybody else, to me, to anyone on social media, to your friends. You compare yourself to you, and you focus on your progress, and that is how you're gonna do really well at this. Now, of course, if you say to me, no, I want to, you want to combine your training, because what I do is two things. When I first start training, I pick one exercise that I like. So for example, for a while I just picked boxing because I like boxing training. I used to box when I was younger, so I know the benefits. So I'd start with boxing. I did boxing for 6 months to lose some weight, get in shape. Then after 6 months I say, you know what? I like the boxing, but I fancy doing a little bit of weights now. I want to incorporate some, not too crazy, but a little bit of weight training on top of my boxing regime, or I might give boxing a rest for a bit so that I get the excitement back, and then I'm going to go into some weights. Then when I do weights, I enjoy it, and I think, you know what, I really fancy doing some swimming. I want to be in the water, and then I'll do some running. So I fluctuate between those 4 exercises because that's what I love, that's what works for me. But that may not work for you, but you can do that. So that gives you some ideas. Now, some of you there's other things that you can do that I don't do that are very beneficial. You know, you've got classes that people do, you've got spin classes, yoga classes. These are things that I haven't done that do work. So the main principle is find a routine that you enjoy, that works for you, a fitness routine, a training routine. And then you're gonna get good results. What else have we got? Now, just to add as well, with anxiety and a lot of problems that come, a lot of anxiety that causes thoughts and overthinking, right? That's where people suffer. So when you're training and you're exercising, you don't realize it until you realize it. It's fixing a lot of your mental health challenges. You don't think as much when you're exercising. Once you sweat and you get into your routine and you get focused and you get into a flow and present, you're in a great space. So exercising physically, doing weights, doing boxing, running, swimming, these work your mind. It works your body and your mind, and that's why exercise is so good for mental health, because exercise works the mind. Whereas when people don't work out and they don't go to the gym and they're battling with anxiety and depression and low self-esteem, their mind is not getting exercise. They're not getting those positive endorphins. They're not getting their mind focused on positive things, and that's where a lot of the deterioration happens, with the anxiety getting worse and the depression. So exercising is a great therapy anyway for mental health struggles, anxiety, depression, also known as a lack of confidence, a lack of discipline, a lack of focus, a lack of routine, a lack of connection, and too much isolation. Isolation is catastrophic for anyone for too long, especially for anxiety sufferers. So exercising gets you out of isolation because you're out of the house, you're in the gymnasium, you're around people, or you're at a gym, you're swimming, you're in good public places around good people that are also sharing the same values and working out. So you're not at home on your own, lonely with your own thoughts. You're exercising, and when you're exercising our demons, our anxieties, our thoughts, our stresses. Those things are getting emptied out. It's therapy. It's therapeutic. So it's simple. It does what it says on the tin. The challenging part for people is to build the consistency, is to get into a routine, and that's why you need to be patient with yourself. You're going to have periods where you're going to put things off. You're not going to go to the gym because you're going to be stressed or scared or anxious. That's okay. Forgive yourself, but don't give up. You know, keep going until you get into that routine. And when you get into a routine, it's really easy to keep up because you enjoy it. Another important factor here is relationships with people, friendships, community. If you've got a good friend, it would be great also to work out with a friend, or you know, if you enjoy working out on your own. So I like working out on my own a lot, but I spend a lot of time with good friends and clients. So make sure that you're socializing in your life. This is so important. These are probably, let me write them down. I'll just say, so number 1, number 2, relationships, exercise, diet, let's do that actually. Number 4, let's do purpose, right? But the first 2 is important foundation for confidence, self-esteem, anxiety reduction. Relationships, you know, your friends, your family, you know, these are things that you have to start making a point of doing, of spending time with. It's important, you know, your friends and family need you and you need them, we need one another. So when you're socializing more, your confidence goes up, your anxiety lessens. Most of anxiety comes from abandonment anxiety, loneliness anxiety, not being connected, you know, not having connections, human connections, real connections with people, intimacy. So having those connections is brilliant for self-esteem, mental health, joy, all those things. So combining the 2 together, it works so well. So your friendships, your community, and when I say friendships and community, I include your family, your close friends, making new friends if you want to do that, people at your gym. You know, that's the foundation. It's always worked, tried and tested and proven. And if that foundation's not in place, people are going to struggle far worse. And I know from experience, when I've not had that foundation in my life, and I help my clients to build this foundation. So before you get to the other things that you want to achieve in your life, I'd recommend you focus on this. You know, mental health is the most important. There's no point just focusing on money and you know, career, and even to a certain degree fitness if your mental health's not good. Because if your mental health's not good, you can't enjoy these things. Your mental health's the most important. The other things can be replaced. You can always earn money again, or you can get a new job. But with your mental health, it's valuable. It's fragile. So spending time with people, connecting, friendships, and exercising is the foundation of good mental health, confidence, self-esteem. Now the third one is diet, is very important. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you do want to improve your diet. If you're eating junk food every day, then your confidence is not going to be its best. I'm not saying that you can't be a confident person. You can be confident and eat bad food, but you're not going to be as confident, and you're not going to be healthy. So we really don't want to leave no stone unturned, and we want to obviously take time with these things. None of us are perfect, but you can get really good at this. So you spend time, improving your relationships through socializing and working on your confidence. You spend time getting fit, losing weight, getting in shape, enjoying training, and then you spend time improving your diet gradually. The fourth one is having a purpose in life. Now, I don't know what your purpose is, but that's something that you can figure out, as I said. Whatever that is, everyone's got a purpose in life, everyone's got a skill. So you can figure that out and add that and work towards that. So you've got great foundation there. You've got relationship building, you've got exercising, you've got dieting, and you've got your own purpose. We've all got a purpose in life. And it's facing the fears and figuring that out and living that. As I said, just to give you an example, my purpose is doing what I'm doing, is mentoring people, helping people, coaching, counseling, therapy, encouraging people. So you've got a purpose in life, and it's obviously for you to figure that out. Or if I can assist you in any way, ask me some questions. But all these things happen in time. So I'd recommend focusing on the first two foundations, which is people and exercise, and then you can build on to the next ones. You can add more things on as well if there's skills that you want to learn, education. But it's all about getting the foundation right. Without the foundation, you're going to struggle to do other stuff. And the foundation gives you so much anyway. A lot of good things in your life will come from this. We're doing over time. Let's have a look here. So, that's really it. And then, like I said, once you've got this in your routine, you can build your life around it. So if you've got a job already, then obviously you go to work, you do the hours required, and then when you've got time outside work, you put some time aside for exercising and training. And you'll feel different, you'll feel better. When you're fitter and you're happier, it's natural to be confident. It's not hard. It's not an extra effort. It flows naturally. The confidence that you gain from the discipline and the training and the positive lifestyle, it comes naturally, and it will come, as I said, in all areas of life. I know for a lot of people in this community, they really want to be more confident at speaking to people and connecting with people and being yourself and expressing yourself, and that will happen naturally because of all the fitness that you're building up and all the training and all the dieting and having that routine. Routine's so important. You need routine for confidence, overcoming anxiety, and good mental health. Without routine, it's risky. Things usually go wrong without routine. Now, of course, you don't have to. Routine doesn't mean that that you can't have spontaneity in life. Of course, you can. You can have spontaneity as well, but you need a regular routine of waking up, going to the gym, working out, spending time with friends and family. As I said, this stuff is simple. It's not rocket science. The challenging part for people is having the discipline to apply it and live it and practice it. So it's socializing, it's exercising, it's eating healthier, and then it's working on or living your purpose. Your purpose could be the job you're doing already. I don't know, obviously, I think about all of you, but I know this foundation works, and this is what I practice in my life. I love it. I love this foundation. So I practice the same foundation that I teach on my paid mentorship programs and on the free platforms like this, because it works so well. And there's a lot of other people around the world that also apply the same foundation of exercising, having good relationships, positive people, community, and improving their diet. So simple stuff. And as I said, you can develop it as time goes on. You can improve your diet. You can try new foods. You can change your routine up. There's real room for that. But I would say to begin with, it's better to keep things simple, because if you start overthinking and then you can't make a decision, you're not going to get nothing done. So the main thing is pick an exercise, pick either running or boxing or weight training or swimming or mixed martial arts, or whatever. They're kind of like the main proven exercises. Pick one and stick to it and enjoy it, and stick to it for as long as you can. It's important as well to be patient and not to quit. Within a couple of days, you need to give things some time before you start to see results. And same with the diet, just slowly try and eat less unhealthy food and start to eat more veg, drink more water, more fruits, proven foods, broccoli, salmon, or if you don't eat meat, that's fine. You can eat healthy for a vegetarian, as long as you're eating healthy food. That's low in fat, it's got good nutrition in it, the obvious stuff. You can go online and Google, everything is online now, but I've given you some basic recipes, and you can go on my Instagram page. I've put all pictures up there, food meals that I eat. So yeah, so like I said, once you get started, you will learn more about confidence. You'll enjoy it more. That's really important. Then once you enjoy it, there's no stopping you. I think that's one of the biggest tips I want to stress before we end this evening, is that it's very important that you enjoy your routine. Now, that may not be the case at the start, but that's where you've got to be patient. And when you start making progress, you will enjoy it more. When you see that you're losing weight, or you're toning up and you're feeling fitter, and you start to feel mentally more positive and you're more confident, you'll be proud of yourself and you deserve it, and you'll be happier, and then you'll want to continue. This is what happened to me. This is why I've got in shape. And I trained hard because I wanted to help out more people, clients, build my business more, inspire more people. And it's something that I love. So I like to share it with people, and hopefully they fall in love with training and dieting, and they get the confidence, you get the confidence that you need and deserve, and then you can use that confidence to live a better life, be a better person, achieve your other goals in life. In the next module, I'll be covering a different area. I'll be covering career, business, helping you with that. And then also we'll be covering friendships, relationships, different modules. But yeah, today's module was simple. I just wanted to give you the foundation, get all of you started, and really make you understand the wisdom that complicated is not good in this area especially. Because something sounds more complicated doesn't mean it works in practice. So more simple the better. Exercising, eating healthy, socializing, picking one routine, sticking to it. I would say at least stick to your routine at least 3 to 6 months before you decide that it's not working. Because a lot of people, the problem is, well, what a lot of people do is they start a training routine and a diet, or they get mentorship or therapy, and they have expectations that are unrealistic, and they don't get the results in a week or 2 or a month, and then they say it's not working. And that's not true. It is working. They've given up too early. They've not stuck to the routine, and they've quit when it got difficult, or when they crashed on their diet. So you must keep going. Especially, we all going to have days where we're going to fail. I've failed so many times, and that's how you succeed, by not giving up. So that's sometimes where you need support and help. That's why it's worth booking a mentoring session with me, or having support from friends, or training with people that are passionate like you, to keep you motivated and inspired. Because it does take a lot of discipline, it does take a lot of commitment, but it's worth it if you want to change your life and overcome your anxiety and build your confidence, and enjoy your life more and get into a better place where you're more relaxed. It does take commitment. It's like anything. It's like a job. Anything in life's going to take some time and commitment, but if you enjoy it, then you don't mind that it takes long, because you're enjoying it. So enjoyment is the solution to impatience, anxiety, or when people are getting frustrated that they're not seeing the results. Is because sometimes people are not enjoying it. They're focusing too much on the problem, and they're not allowing themselves to enjoy it. So joy is very important. That's a huge part of what helped me to transform my confidence and my fitness and my diet and my weight loss, and helping other people, was I enjoyed it. But there was a time, like everyone else, where I didn't enjoy it at the start, when I was afraid and I weren't disciplined, and I was struggling, but I just kept persevering. And I knew eventually I would break down those mental barriers, and I would come into a space where I enjoyed it. And it's been like that for a long time now. So once you enjoy it, you succeeded. So yeah, a couple of affirmations. Therapy for anxiety is always simple, practical, proven. Fitness and training is the foundation of confidence and good mental health. The confidence you gain from training and getting fit and dieting and living a positive lifestyle, it transfers over to other areas. Transferable skills is the word it's known as. Career, relationships, education, travel, skills, hobbies, values, helping others, all those areas. So that's it for today. I want to keep this talk simple and concise. I don't want to overcomplicate it, because it doesn't need to be complicated. It's very simple. So good luck. I'm doing more videos on this. I've got an Instagram page. I'm uploading my journey to inspire people. I'm going to get more clients to share some testimonials, because the clients that I mentor at the moment, all of them have got a fitness routine in their foundation. Even my clients that I'm mentoring clients to build a business, or in other areas, and I get them to train, because if you're not exercising and training, it's very, very stressful running a business. So everyone can benefit from having a fitness routine, and my clients do, and I do. It helps you in other areas. So as I said, in the next module, I'm going to cover career, business, jobs, because I know that's the area a lot of people in this community want to excel in. And I know for me, that was an area that I really wanted to excel in, and I've been fortunate to do what I love now for the last 12 years. So anyone can do it with the right strategy, which I'm going to give you, mentorship, support and discipline. But fitness and training will help you to develop in your career and other areas of your life as well, if that's something that you want to do. If you've got any questions, let me know. You can send me an email, If you've got any questions about videos you want me to do or things you want to answer or want me to cover. I've also got an event coming up, which you can come down to on Meetup, which is in person, for confidence and reducing anxiety. Changing your life. You can come to that. It's going to be in London. I think it's on the 4th of August. So if you want to book on that event, this is a free event that I'm doing for a couple of hours. We're going to have a coffee, get together with like-minded people. And if you also want to apply for my paid mentorship program, you want me to mentor you, I do mentoring sessions online. I also work with select committed clients in person. You can send me an email, inquire about mentorship. So yeah, I appreciate your support. Thank you for all of you coming on. Do like and share and subscribe. Good luck, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of your progress. And I'm going to speak more about this on the future videos, live stream, shorts, and at my events. And I'm going to get some of my clients to do some reviews, and maybe we'll do a podcast and they can talk about the benefits of my mentorship and the principles that I'm teaching and talking about, and things that they've learned, things that have been around, positive habits, etc. All right. So I'll speak to all of you soon. Have a good evening. Awesome.